Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We know you're busy.
Welcome to our Zoom call. We're so glad that you're taking time out of your evening to join us here tonight. So, in case you guys don't know us, I'm Linda.
I'm Lauren.
We're Team Vitality, because Vitality reigns. So anyways, thank you for taking your time to join us tonight. A little bit about me. I retired from the state after 25 years, thinking when I hit my 20th year, I was going to do a second career, and I wanted to do that in the field of being a certified nutritionist and a personal trainer. So I got a bachelor's in nutritional science. And then shortly after that, I saw a video that just it altered my course, and I knew I had to go down a different path. And so it brought me where I'm at today. And because of that path, I met this wonderful woman right here. And it's funny how things, life puts you in places where you connect with people. That's just amazing, because we moved into this apartment complex just about the same time. Started talking on the stairway, and and actually, I forgot about this. When I was moving in, I was trying to open my door to my apartment and couldn't figure out why my door wouldn't open, because I was moving in, not realizing I was on the wrong floor.
Yeah, and I remember that. My sister was like, I think someone's trying to break in. It was just Linda. It
was their apartment. But anyways, so I got to know Lauren, and she asked me what it was that I do, and I said, well, I'm having a meeting. I would love for you to come. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think Dave was.
Yep, Dave was the presenter.
You were the presenter that day. And so she's an amazing person. She has such a vibe about her that is so welcoming. And she actually, her schooling is in psychology. So she related to this. She caught on to this stuff really quick. So I'm going to just let her talk for a little bit.
Well, thank you. And I'm sad I didn't get a chance to introduce this angel of a woman sitting next to me. So my name is Lauren King, and my bachelor's is in psychology. The way that I was most impacted through this presentation, and as it relates to my education, was the figure 7%. So when I was in school, we had to do studies. I personally participated in studies. I did the whole lab coat thing where I would swab people's inside of their mouth and look at their stress chemicals and determine a natural solution to stress. So this was kind of a natural thing that attracted me, but that 7% figure really got to me, because in my schooling, when we were looking at peer-reviewed studies to determine if the result was anything worth looking at, the threshold was 3%. So long story short, if you do a research study as a university and you come out with a result that is anything less than 3%, it gets thrown out. Nobody thinks that's valuable. There's no statistical significance to that study. So when I saw that magical ABC Primetime Report, and I saw that we had gotten started on some studies that were looking at how our product might affect the lifespan of the mammals, and that it was actually proven to extend life by 7%, that freaking blew my mind. That 7% figure was more than double the requirement for statistical significance, so I knew we had something that was really powerful on our hands. So I thank my lucky stars every single day for my opportunity to spend time with Linda, and I'm thankful for what she's brought into my life. So without further ado, let's get started on this amazing presentation. Thanks again for coming. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're with LifeVantage, and as you can see here, it's the ultimate biohacker's guide to taking control over your own body. Okay.
Okay, bear with us, because we sometimes have technical issues. Another nice thing about this business is that you don't have to be tech savvy. You don't have to be an expert about anything. We'll make our way. So thank you for your patience as we get along to the next slide.
So I grew up in the era of, get a job, work 40, 50 years, retire with a pension, but we know that's gone out the door. And so now everybody's doing the gig economy. So, and it was funny because I thought a gig was what my husband used to play when he was in a band. Oh, they had a gig. Now it's a gig economy and it's considered a job. So we look at Uber and Airbnb, Facebook, Amazon, everybody has a side hustle. So it's funny where the trends are going nowadays.
So let's talk about nutrigenomics. I'm not sure if you've heard that term, but it's something getting thrown around in the media today. It's one of the very biggest industries in the future. So we're expected to reach 17 trillion with a TR, not billion, bigger than that. $17 trillion industry, nutrigenomics. So if you haven't heard that term, remember it. It is important. So it's not a trend. This is science. This is how humans are going to live longer, healthier, happier lives. And it's by giving our body the tools to heal itself. It's by personalizing your nutrition to give yourself to be the best version of yourself. So let's jump right into it.
So so that 17 trillion, I want you guys to kind of tattoo that on your forehead, in your brain. I want you to remember that 17 trillion. And then I also want you to remember that on here it says by 2023. 2023 is 5 years away. I mean, 5 years, that blows me away.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about hijacked versus biohacking, right? So we can all agree today's environment is extraordinarily stressful, whether you're talking about pumping gas at your car, being exposed to all the vapors there, even just emotional issues. People today are stressed, so we're having problems with our work, with our relationships. Our bodies are getting torn up all the time, or what we consider being hijacked, right? Definition, as you can see here, is taking over something and using it for a destructive purpose. I'm too excited, you guys. I'm too excited. So rather than being hijacked, which is kind of the standard that we've all just gotten used to, let's talk a little bit about biohacking. That's what we are. I'm a biohacker. Linda's a biohacker. And that's because we've taken control of our own biology. We're becoming the best version of ourselves. And we're using nutrigenomics to do that.
So As you know, we're LifeVantage, and LifeVantage is part of a network marketing company, and we're part of a $500 billion industry. And so you can see that we're part of anti-aging, skincare, pet care, smart energy, and weight loss. But it's actually more of a weight management. It just helps you manage your weight. It's not Jenny Craig or any of that stuff. You know, this is just to help you manage weight, and people have phenomenal results with that product.
Let's jump in and talk about our flagship product. That's Protandim NRF2 Synergizer. Seems like a mouthful, but I'll tell you, this is one of the most important and valuable things that I've ever done to give myself the tools to heal and feel better every day. So it's proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. That's extraordinarily powerful. That's incredible. That's like almost a halfway reduction in your oxidative stress in 30 days. And people are kind of like, well, what does that mean? Well, I'll give you an example. Today, I was having Mexican food for lunch, and it was actually left over, and my guacamole was all brown. And I'm like, my guacamole has oxidative stress. Kind of like that engine, right? It rusts. Your body, it just doesn't perform at its highest potential, right? So if we're able to reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, that's a humongous impact on your own personal health. And let's see what that looks like for you in particular. I'll share my story soon.
So what's great about it is our core product Protandim is what got this all started, and what's amazing about it is the studies, universities and institutes that have studies on this, and you can go into this PubMed.gov and you can put in Protandim and you can find these studies, and there's 24 published studies. And when we were at our last event, the doctors kept talking about 27 studies. Well, lots of times they get news. They know ahead of time that there's some other studies coming out. So it's like, okay, so, you know, waiting with abated breath to see when these other 3 studies are going to come out. But when you look at these studies and you look at some of these institutes, like you look at University of Colorado, Colorado State, and that has special meaning because this came out of Colorado. These were the bunch of researchers from Colorado. So being from Colorado, that has special meaning to me. When you see things like the National Institute of Aging, they did a 10-year study on our product and found that it extended life by 7%, the 7% that Lauren got so excited about, in male mice. I mean, 7%, that's like 5 years, you know, in human. And so when you hear that, you're like going, oh my God, you know, and especially if you can have 5 years at a better quality of life, you know. And then on here is the American Heart Association. And what's so exciting about that is they actually published an article in their magazine called Circulation about our supplement. And as far as I know, it is the only supplement that's ever been published in their magazine. So that to me says a lot. And the National Institute of Aging. So when that study came out, there was an article in the Huffington Post that said, if you want to live longer, you need to do these 5 things. You need to laugh, drink water, take Protandim, you know. And I don't know if it was that order, but I got to Protandim and I forgot what else was on there. So, you know, these 5 things, and here it is. They're saying in the Huffington Post, Protandim. It's like, oh my God, you know, how can you not get excited about that, you know? So
I just want to jump in and say that one of my very favorite parts about this business is that I am the messenger, not the message. So you can look at this list of publications and realize something real quick here. This is from PubMed.gov. If you've ever, maybe you don't know about PubMed, this is where the nation's top universities publish their studies, and it's all peer reviewed, which means that a study has to be, has to achieve that over 3% statistical significance mark, and then it needs to be replicated. by more than one other university in order to be peer reviewed and then valid. It's scientifically validated and then published on PubMed.gov. So when you look at this list, you're kind of looking at a lot of lists of universities and institutes that are studying it, but may not have a real understanding of what that means. These are millions of dollars. Our country's top healthcare institutes are looking at what NRF2 has to offer, and we are the only product on the market that can activate at the level that we have, and it does so naturally. So you're going to see a lot of other pharmaceuticals talking a lot of mess about NRF2 activation, because that is the pathway that's going to be the biggest breakthrough in preventative medicine ever. But we're doing it naturally, and that's something to really give a lot of props to. It's very important.
And they just did have the second global NRF2 convention, and there were thousands of people there, but guess what? It was all pharmaceutical. So they're looking to create synthetically what we have naturally. So that's a feather in our bonnet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I just also want to clarify and bring it home for you guys. What is NRF2 activation? Well, put simply, it turns on the switch in your body that allows your own biology to naturally create antioxidants 1 million per second. So we've all heard about the benefits of antioxidants. They go out and fight free radicals in the body that create all kinds of disease. Over 200 diseases have oxidative stress at the root level. And our product allows your body to naturally create antioxidants to combat that oxidative stress and heal itself.
So, and what's kind of cool is being all natural, 5 herbs, ashwagandha, bacopa, milk thistle, green tea, and turmeric. People, and we say we have a patent on it, they go, well, how can you have a patent on it? It's herbs, it's food. Well, we have a patent on the blend. It's a specific blend that was dialed in, and I think when Dr. McCord got this, he dialed in accidentally. And but that's what we've been able to get our patent on, is the synergistic blend. This Protandim has been talked about on NBC, Wall Street Journal, The Today Show, Dr. Phil, PBS, ABC News, and Lauren's favorite one is the Dr. Phil one.
I love that one. I love it because Donny Osmond gets so excited, and he just lights up, and Dr. Phil's kind of like, hey, what keeps you going? You're just out there like a 20-year-old dancing around. You're just a storm out there on stage, out performing in his, 50s, 60s? He's up there. And he tells Dr. Phil, you know what? I found the fountain of youth. It's called Protandim. I also really love that Montel Williams is a big fan of Protandim, and we just found out Michael J. Fox is also looking into our product for what it does for Parkinson's disease.
Yeah,
so,
he's looking into NRF2 research. I don't know necessarily if it's our product, but he's looking at the NRF2 research. He's going down that path.
Yeah, so it's out there. You don't have to take it from just two crazy ladies sitting here in Phoenix, Arizona.
So what's kind of cool is, this is a company that isn't just going to rest on one thing. We're looking at expanding what we have and helping in as many ways as we can. So we did the NRF2, which works at the oxidative stress levels, and then went to the NRF1, which boosts the mitochondria, which, if you remember from school, and I remembered this, was the ATP, the powerhouse of the cell. And it's like, when I heard this was coming, I'm like, oh my God, it's the mitochondria. People are looking at me. I was sitting with a couple people, and they're like, going, what? I go, ATP. I go, it gives you the energy. This is what keeps us functioning, So we're boosting that mitochondria, because now they've been talking about mitochondrial dysfunction. So now we have this product that just, boosts that, and it's just so exciting. It's like,
Yeah, we talk a lot about synergy, right? Because in the NRF2 Protandim, we have a synergistic blend. We also have a synergistic blend here in NRF1. So NRF1 and NRF2, and together we have a synergized effect that allows you to heal yourself and have more energy for all the things that you love to do. Let's talk a little bit about the ProBio. I love this one. How many of you, raise your hands if you can. So I'm just curious, one of the best things that we can do to support our gut health is a probiotic, right? Well, there's lots of different avenues to get probiotics into your system. Some people like to drink things like kefir or kombucha or all these different things, but you know what? The reality is that they die off before they even get to the place they need to be. So we have a patented product, the ProBio, that we have has BioTract and Wellmune technology to ensure over 60% culture survival rate, which means that this is getting where it's going, all the way down into the colon. We have 6 different strains of healthy gut bacteria that are aimed at combating that leaky gut that you might read so much about.
We have our omega. I get excited about the omega, and because it has omega-3, omega-7, and it has vitamin D. And so what's exciting about that is, you know, you got this little combo thing going, and our omegas are, if I remember correctly, it's cod and pollock, it's cold water, it's what they call boat to bottle, and that means it's processed right there on the boat. You can, and I'm going to step away here for a minute. You can look at on the bottom of every bottle, and there's a number there, and you can find out where this was bottled. You can find out exactly what boat it went to. And what's kind of nice about this stuff is there's no fishy smell, there's no fishy taste to it.
How many of you would pop a fish oil?
You know, it's like, ooh, yum.
It actually kind of has like a limey taste to it.
It does.
It's pretty incredible. It's incredible. I love this product. I'll just share briefly a little bit about my personal story. Right before I heard about this business, I had just sold one of my own. And my business was a line of seasonings that were created to increase the omega, healthy omegas in the American diet, because we just don't get enough of these. Omegas support brain and heart health. And we created a seasoning line that would do this, but it was really pretty negligible at best. A great idea, but not a very powerful impact. It wasn't getting us quite to that level of omegas that we all need. So I'm thrilled that we have a product that we can offer that's sustainable, really fresh, and just great for you.
I'm slacking.
Freeze.
There's my operator error again.
Let's talk about the Vitality Stack. So this is what I take every day. This is the best possible set of tools you can give your body to activate all the things that you need, right? We have our NRF1 or NRF2, which we've talked heavily about already. It also has the ProBio and the Omegas. So this is everything that we've talked about so far in one convenient pack that you can pack with you to travel. You don't have to count pills and put them in a pill box. This is all you need. So it's a great way to get what you need in a fast, easy, efficient, and affordable option.
Wow. I don't know if it was me or if it was you.
Well, I would love to talk about Axio because I have a personal connection to this product as well. So Axio is our Smart Energy. This is it's a powder you shake up into your water, and I probably have 4 or 5 of these a day. I can't get away from them. But here's the thing: I have ADD. I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of all over the place, and this has really changed my life because it's allowed me to get off of Adderall, which is a really heavy-duty substance. It's an amphetamine, says it right there on the bottle, and it was giving me lots of heart trouble. So Adderall was a product that I used throughout my college experience and into some of my professional life, but I had to stop because of the side effects. And I kind of just got stalled out professionally. So I'm really happy that I have something like Axio now that can help me naturally create that mental focus and clarity without that crazy amphetamine feeling where your heart races and you lose your appetite, and also get a crash. We don't have any crash from Axio. It's all natural. It's my favorite thing. I love it.
And people, every time people sample it, they just love the flavors on them. So, and that gets so exciting. You know, it's like, I know, it's good. It's good. It's a good addiction.
Yeah, we got options. 4 minutes.
So, oh, okay. So, and then we have our, like we said, the weight management system. And as you can see, the guys, I love the guy's face in this photo. Like, he's like, oh my God, is this me? You know? So, this is awesome. This is, you can get the whole system, and it's the 140. And again, ProBio, there's a fat burn in there. There's a cleanse, which the cleanse that we have is so gentle. You don't even know you're on a cleanse.
A lot of people will have questions about the ProBio. The physique system is really great, and we can go into more detail after the meeting. But one thing I want to point out is the fine print down here. You might think, with this dramatic of a transformation, what did this guy do? Well, the participants in this study that have these kinds of results, they really didn't change that much. They got on the system because it helps regulate your metabolism, and we talk more about that science as we move forward. The TrueScience Beauty System is like also one of my very favorite things. I'm so glad that I came in on the Platinum Pack because it gave me an opportunity to try all of these different products that we have. The TrueScience Beauty System has visibly affected the quality of my skin. And what I love is the whole thing about fast face or slow face, right? So what we have is an anti-aging product. So why wouldn't I want to anti-age myself from the inside, but also on the outside, you know, maintenance this face so I can be 29 forever. I have,
I'm 29.
Well, and you look great, my dear. So one of my favorite things is the eye serum. I was always on the lookout for something that would help me with dark circles, and that's definitely had a dramatic increase. I also have some scar tissue on my hand from a really pretty bad injury, and the TrueScience system has helped me with that too, so we can talk more.
Oh, and of course.
Okay, I'll talk about this one too. I just really love our products. I've had an impact with all of them. So the Pet Tandem is something that's really close and near and dear to me. I have 2 Chihuahuas that are going to live forever thanks to Pet Tandem. So this is it's a recipe that we created because people were giving their dogs Pro Tandem, the regular human supplement, and they were having extraordinary results, all kinds of different things. Not, you know, just the least of them: increased playfulness, more energy, joint health, hearing and eyesight. If you get on YouTube and you type in Pro Tandem and dogs or horses, you're going to see some really miraculous stuff.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to stay with reading some of the messages here, so I've kind of messed that. The sound on the video is messed up. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Related to the video we played at the beginning of the presentation, so we'll just keep cruising through.
Well, hopefully you can still hear us. All right, we got pop-ups coming. So anyways, we have a Biohack, your complete body system. We have all you need to make sure your brain, heart, eyes, and other vitals are working at peak performance and on the go. And we do have where you can get free shipping depending on the product packs that you're looking at.
Yep. Free shipping helps. I know for sure right now that the Vitality Stack and the skincare, they're free shipping on your order, so definitely start there. What I really love about this business is that you can choose your level, right? So some people have an interest in the products, but they don't want to jump in at the Platinum Pack like I did. I just want to share with you that this is something accessible, and that as Dr. Benny says, if you're breathing, you need this product. So let's talk about getting in where you fit in. Pro Tandem NRF2, if you just want to start there with our flagship product to increase your antioxidant production, you can get there for $41 a month on subscription.
And we talked about beginning at about a video that we'd seen, that I had seen, the ABC Primetime Investigative Report. Just kind of let you know where we started. Our products were sold in since 2003. CVS, GNC, that's it. Yeah. And then the investigative report aired on ABC back in 2005, and that led to a flurry of orders. Everybody wanted this product. There was like $5 million worth of orders, but this was run by a bunch of researchers, and they were just overwhelmed, and they couldn't keep up with it. Stock went up really high because we are publicly traded on NASDAQ, the LFEN. And so stock went up to over 100, and then because they couldn't meet the demand, everything fell. Yeah, everybody lost interest in this, and then it was just, the excitement was gone. So after looking at everything, they brought in some other investors and to see where they could go. Well, they looked at what we had and said, well, you know what? Your product has a story to tell. Mm-hmm. So they ran a side-by-side test to keep it on the shelves, put it in the hand of distributors, and from that point, it just took off in the distributors, pulled it off the shelves, and so that's where we are right now. So we switched from retail to direct sales in 2009. We have the most amazing corporate leaders. They have, over 100 years of experience between them all, and they love the company. They love the people. that are in the company, and it's such an amazing atmosphere. If you're looking for some place where it's such a growth, not only for your health, but for your heart and your spirit, and the amazing amount of people that you meet through this, and the personal growth and the journey that what people take in this.
Yeah. I just want to make one other comment about our corporate leadership, because one of the greatest opportunities that I've had in this business is I have customers that I don't even know that were gifted to me by the company because I was using the app. I was just, we talk more about that later, but the company really does at a foundational level care about how people can be successful. And it, like, you know, this network marketing company takes the marketing budget of a traditional business and gives it back to its people. So that's why I'm involved. I'm here to get paid what I can bring to the organization, and I love being able to share that opportunity with others and get paid right away.
And so this just gives you an idea of how worldwide this company is. So it's in the beginning of being worldwide. I mean, you can see we're in 21 countries for distributors and customers, plus another 7 countries for customers. So this company is growing.
Again, just getting started. We have a proven system, makes it easy. Like I talked about the app, I run my entire business from my phone. Right here, we're talking to y'all on Zoom. This is something that you can do literally anywhere. You don't have to be shy. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be nervous, because this is also not something you ever do alone, right? The leadership in this company at a foundational level is just incredible. So we're here to support you. It's about social sharing. It's about just educating people like we're doing tonight, going through a set of slides or giving a presentation to talk about the products that we know and love and have had results with personally. It's very easy to get going in this business and very easy to catch the wave. So let's get it started.
So you get your own back office, or you get your own website, which is kind of cool. You don't have to pay for this. It comes with your startup.
It's another way that this company gives back to its distributors right away. I've been involved with other opportunities where they try to upsell you. You have to pay for all these different features just to be able to run your business, and that's not something LifeVantage does. The minute that you sign up, you're going to be set up with a website that looks just like this. It's going to be standard across the company. It makes it very easy for somebody to go on to your website. You can see there's a cart. They do their shopping, add it to their cart, and check out just as easy as any other e-commerce, just like Amazon.
So, and here's kind of an example of how you can load stuff into your cart. So, and we know network marketing works. It's been around since the 1800s with Avon. And as you can see, $189 billion industry globally. So,
take a look at this, right? Even if you don't know anything about economics, marketing, business, whatever, you can see that there's a curve here, and you might want to kind of think about where you'd like to get in, right? So we're at this magical moment with LifeVantage where we're at the very beginning of our company. We're in that early adopters phase, but we're very quickly growing at a rapid pace. So as you can see, we are about to hit momentum. That's where 80% of the growth in this company is about to happen. And you can tell the energy, people care, people want to know.
So remember at the beginning we were talking about that 17 trillion? Okay, looking at this from the asterisk to the arrow, 80% growth, the momentum, 17 trillion in 5 years. Now, in 5 years, do you want to be a part of that 17 trillion? I know I do. And I mean, sheesh, you know, just a nibble of 17 trillion can just be an amazing. So, I mean, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you see yourself being part of this and riding this tidal wave that's coming? Or do you see yourself where you are?
Waking up, going to work.
Think about it, because 5 years goes by fast. I mean, 4 months until 100, it's like 120, no, it's less than 120 days till Christmas. So, I mean, you hear about that and it's like, oh my God, where did the year go? So, early adapters, laggers.
Yeah, don't miss it.
I'm excited for early adapters. So, at this point, we would ask you, what did you like best about what you saw? I mean, go ahead and if you have any questions, pop them in. I mean, that's what's kind of nice about this. You can ask us a question, type it in, and we'll see it, and we can answer it. And that's so amazing, you know. We're on a scale of 1 to 10. Where are you? You know, if you're 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's talk some more, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We only have a couple minutes left, and I just want to share some gratitude. I really do thank you all for tuning in tonight and sharing this time with us and making a little time and space in your life to hear something that, you know, just might strike you. And here's the thing. If you don't care about this, if you think, hey, I don't want to live longer, happier, healthier life, then that's okay with me. But maybe you've been sitting here listening to this presentation, and maybe there's somebody in your life that kind of ran through your mind, like maybe it was your grandmother, maybe it was somebody in your family having a dealing with heart disease, dealing with Parkinson's, autism, you know, all these different things that people might be struggling with. Who in your life could maybe see an impact from these products the way that we have? I'd like to end with that, and thank you again.
Yes, you know, it's either, and it, like she said, it might not be for you, and that's awesome, you know. But we want to thank you so much for for taking time out of your day just to listen, because even if it's not for you, you're helping us. You know, you're helping us get the word out, and that's what we want to do. You know, so
and also giving us an opportunity to practice, which is just a great joy to it. So thank you. As two new distributors, well, pretty new to the game here, we really do appreciate it. So thanks again.
So, have a good night, everybody. Thank you, and join us next time.
Thank you, Nadine. We'll start another Zoom for you so you can ask your questions.